Let's do some politics now. And research by the Political Science Department of the University of Ghana shows the opposition NPP has a better chance of winning the 2016 general elections than the ruling NDC. The survey says the NPP has won the hearts of voters in the Volta region, while it has made gains in Aswasi and New Edubiase. The survey, dubbed Towards Election 2016 Field Study of 24 Swing Constituency, sought to, among other things, analyze the behavior of voters in the swing regions. We have in the studio tonight Dr. Isaac Ozu-Mensah, who is a lecturer at the Department of Political Science. Welcome, sir. Thank you for making time to come and join us. So, this is your research. How well does it reflect the true behavior patterns of voters in these swing constituencies?
Thank you very much. As a matter of fact, we did this study to test what is going on, because these swing constituencies are constituencies that change every 8 years. And we were interested in examining, because this is the first time we have the president who is running for the second time that won marginally in the Fourth Republic. All the presidents that fought the second time won heavily in the in their first election, that leading them to the next election that they have. And couple that with the new voter register, we have about 1.6 million new voters. So we decided to examine whether the swing constituencies are still controlled by the ruling NDC. That is the main objective why we did this study. I must say we went to 24 swing
24 constituencies, which you describe as swing. I mean, I need to understand the selection that went into picking specific constituencies to say that they're swing. I mean, how well do they fairly reflect the rest of the constituencies? There are 275. Exactly,
you are right. When we talk about a swing constituency, constituency that can go to NDC, that can go to NPP, and it's a constituency that NDC has won twice, NPP has won twice, and NDC has won twice. So these are what we call the swing constituency. If a constituency is it's been won once by one particular party, you cannot call it that swing constituency. It may be some challenges, new dynamics that happen at that particular time. That explains why one party may have won it. But these are constituencies that went to NDC, came to NPP, and went back to NDC.
And the research covered the northern, Ashanti, and upper regions.
No,
when it was meant to look at the swing constituencies.
No,
right?
it didn't cover.
So these swing constituencies, which regions do they come from?
Now, the swing constituencies, we pick 4 from Brunafo region,
4 from Brunafo,
8 from Central region, 4 from Accra, that's Greater Accra, 4 from Western, and then 4 from Northern region. And I must say that out of the 24 swing constituencies that we looked at, NDC won 20 of them in the 2012
So when you say
election.
won, I mean, I need to understand the methods you use for which you can draw such conclusions. Won and not won. What questions did you put out to the 2,400 or so respondents you used?
And when we say won, that doesn't mean that what we are thinking, based on the electoral resource that we had, based on 2012 resource. It means that NDC won, for instance.
I understand.
Okay,
yeah.
now.
Good, I understand. Concerns that this might not be reflective of, because, for example, if I tell the NPP that, Dr. Isaac Ozu-Mensah says that the polls favor you and your party will win, and they put their hope on it and they don't win, your research was flawed.
Not necessarily. I must say that to do a research, especially political research, you must go to some specific scientific processes.
And you went through scientific processes?
Apart from selecting these constituencies, that documents electoral results shows that they go to NDC and come to NPP and go to NDC. We also went to the constituency, went to electoral areas that swing from one NPP to NDC. And I must admit that we went to electoral areas, not only that swing, but also the NDC has been doing well. We went to, and also some of the areas we went to polling stations that NDC has been doing well, or they have moved from NPP to NDC. These are how we, and also within the polling station electoral area, we don't just call anybody at random. We also did some form of randomization. We counted the first 5 houses, then you go to the 5th house. If there's a house, there's more than one household, we do randomization, select a household, then we also select a respondent. So the process is quite scientific enough. Yeah. But I must say that as far as polls are concerned, if you do a poll, it's certainly not the totality of the people in this country that you are.
The margin of error plus 1, 2,
we did margin of error 2 plus or minus 2. Number one. Number two, it's also important that whether we are saying NPP is winning or NDC is winning, that is not the main objective that we did, but to know how the terrain is and to know what are the issues people look on in voting. The parties have to still campaign and also mobilize the people to go and cast their vote. Okay,
so tell me, let's get back to basis. Tell us the key findings of this research.
Yeah.
Yourself. I mean,
yes. The key findings of the research. A lot of people are talking about who is winning, who's losing. One of the key findings we're interested in finding was that when do Ghanaians decide to vote? And 83% told us that they decide to vote at least 6 months before the elections. Number one. Number two, we also wanted to find out whether the issue of the vice president make any impact at all. And it's interesting to know that in the northern region is very, very important because northern region have 3 ethnic groups, 2 of them, 3 dominant ethnic groups, 2 of them has had their vice president already. So the other ethnic group, was the Mamam group, is also looking to have a vice president. In the central region, it's not important because they've had vice president several times. So, and we also look at what are the core issues the Ghanaians are looking on to vote. The issue of employment opportunities is 1, access to education is 2, health is 3. It's only in Brunhafo that the issue of DKM was prominent enough. So we were interested in finding
how prominent? Prominent enough to swing people's votes.
Exactly. So in fact, it's the 3rd most important issue in the Brunhafo, the issue of DKM. Now, another issue that we're interested to find out what type of president do Ghanaians want. Do they want a president who is strong, or a president who can manage crisis, or what is it?
Or a president who is handsome,
tall,
short, the usual characteristics that many people put in making a decision.
Finding out. And we're also interested in the president. How does the president conduct the government business? And I must say that only 1% of Ghanaians that we interviewed told us that they want a president that have issue of gender equity in mind. So this also provides some information for us. So all the effort that is being played by the gender advocates about
not yielding
results in the mind of the people. So these are very important issues.
Right, interesting. Dr. Isaac, I need to wrap up with you, but I want to ask you my last question before I go. Your findings conclude that the NPP is leading. What should the party do in order to consolidate these gains which came out in your research?
What I propose is that NPP must mobilize their people and encourage them to go and cast their vote come December the 7th. That's the only way.
What about NDC?
NDC must
the outcome is negative for the NDC. Yeah. But if they have to outdo this negativity and still win, according to your research, what should they do? My
encouragement to NDC is that they should not lose hope based on our findings. They should continue their campaign across the country, especially their strong areas and the swing areas as well. And also make sure that they will mobilize their people to go to the polls to also cast their vote come December the 7th. Right,
Dr. Isaac Ozuman, so we're grateful that you made time to join us. This is still News at 10.